Hey, what's going on, guys? Cage here again. This time we're doing day 2. Day 2 is actually rather easy. It's actually a fun chapter. The only really hard part is, and where it gets boring, is usually once you kill the Alchemist midway through the day. But yeah, I mean, let's get started with this. Now in the beginning, you know you don't have your sword, because what happened at the end of day 1. So now you're going to get your bow. Would have been helpful in day 1, but oh well. Okay, now there's something I'm going to do here. It's a little advanced, but it's not hard to do. What it is bow canceling. It's pretty much you shoot your bow, slide, shoot your bow, slide your bow. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and then take them out really quickly, get those combo points, knock them out. Now here's something I actually just recently discovered, and I honestly didn't know why I didn't think of it. It saves you a lot of trouble. If you shoot the driver in the head, the vehicle instantly blows up, and you won't even have to bother fighting the shooting the bike like 3-4 times. It's just the one shot. That's it. And see how fast I got through that part. And now just like I stated before in my intro, I won't be skipping any fights, so you're gonna see everything happen here. And yeah, so I'm trying to go rank up, so I need to kill everything I can see. Now in this first fight here, I actually get beat up quite a lot. I believe maybe more than half my health. And this is the game's fault, because I've been inputting commands and nothing works, and there's a lot of funny stuff. The kunai, the jump, and everything. And steel on bone misses, of course. Nothing to be surprised of. No. Okay, so now what I just did here, it's pretty useful. What you do is you're doing a Zuna drop, and right when you land and Ryu hits the ground, you hit triangle or Y, and he'll do it like an on-landing UT charge. And what that does is it like homes on the body you killed. Again, try to kill as much as you can, finish them off. Now, something I just recently figured out, and I kind of thought it was common sense, but I don't know why I didn't think of it. Depending on where you OT, and OT is pretty much there goes the inputs not working again. And OT is pretty much obliteration technique. So it pretty much matters where you if you're like behind the guy, he'll do a different one. If you're in front, he'll do a different. If you're on side, he'll do a different one. So this is actually helpful, especially with the scythe, because it's slow. And you can get that nice fast obliteration if you get him from the back. Now here we're switching my sides since there's a lot of them here. Okay. Just chain them. Be aware though, the beret guys, they can actually block the steel on bone, which is complete bullshit. Okay, this guy pissed me off. Actually one guy earlier, but I'm taking my anger out on him. So I'm gonna be like, screw you, I'm gonna do a steel on bone. And you don't understand, when you've played this game enough, and you've died enough 99% of the time because of the controller inputs, you'll understand why you hate those guys a lot. And you don't know how good it feels to actually do a steel on bone on those guys. Now here, just charge my ultimate technique, use it. Now, in the first video I said, if you finish the last guy off with the ultimate technique and then you wait a little bit and do forward triangle, square triangle, or forward X, I'm sorry, forward Y, X, X, Y, you'll get an extra points for the Zuna drop. But later figured this out, it actually doesn't give you this. It only works in the multiplayer. So disregard that. So I would advise just do triangle, triangle, or YY, and you finish him off. You get an extra 300 points. And that's pretty much it. There's actually a good combo to use on these guys, pretty much. And I think I'll be doing it in a little bit. Yeah, this one. This one. A lot of people are asking about this. I got a lot of comments about this. It's square, 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 triangle. So pretty much 4 squares and then 1 triangle. And if you're on Xbox, 4 X's and then 1 Y. This is like the almost guaranteed on the mages. And when I say mages, I don't mean the Alchemists. People get confused and they call the Alchemists mages when they're not. The mages are pretty much the ninja warriors that do magical spells. Okay, now something also people might not know is if you shoot a noob on the head, it's an instant kill. So I mean, I guess if you're not going for a karma run or anything like that, this guy's just gonna toy with him. But if you're not going for a karma run and you just want just like that, you can just jump shoot them on the head. Just aim for the head, they'll instantly die. Wipe that blood off and we'll continue. Now another thing here, I could have done this, but I don't know why I decided not to. If I skip this save point and I go later through, like do the next ambush or next fight or whatever, the bird's gonna fly, and then once it's done you can come back to it and save. But obviously normally when you save, the bird also disappears. So but just something to keep in mind. I'm actually going to do that a little bit later, probably close to the end of the whole day. Okay. Now another thing I'm going to be doing here is actually another thing that's dangerous. I'm gonna not finish off the beret. Now here's the same combo: wind path into flying swallow. I'm not gonna finish him off with like an instant drop. Now here I should have done an on-landing 360, but I didn't. He pissed me off, so I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna steal on bone. Why not? And then just chain it. Why? I mean, why just start it and then hit square to chain it? My bad, I just confused combined Xbox and PS3, but pretty much the same as we did with the tutorial on day 1. Pretty much, sure, you can even just do shuriken. Shuriken that slide towards them when they're bloody like that. The berets, and it's just only on the berets, and like the normal human enemies. Now here I thought I actually had one guy left, but I probably hit him during the obliteration. If you ever see me standing around like that, I'm mashing at the D-pad up to change the weapon, but the game doesn't think so. Now later, I'd probably say a little bit after the ground breaks, and you have the ambush. I'm gonna be chaining a lot of enemies. It's almost something funny to laugh at. How broken the scythe is. Now here, I didn't even think I'd launch both of them, but I guess I did. And this guy was bloody, so if I hit him, I could have risked. Not getting that steal on bone. But yeah, just shuriken. Now, if you'd like to, you can just could have used your ultimate technique here, but I just wanted to just do whatever I can. And I just figured this guy is such a hard guy, so I figured I'll just use it on him. And also use the sliding towards the enemy to your advantage, because when you slide towards an enemy, it interrupts them. Now this is one of those sneaking parts where I'm gonna be like, screw it, I don't want to waste my time sneaking. Now there I could have hit him in the head and he would instantly die, but I was like, screw it, I want to steal on bone and then a chain. Okay, now that guy is dead. Those two are dead. Now I can just toy with these guys. But the game's not going to give me one of the obliterations, which is complete bullshit. just like we went over. I'm going to be doing this a lot. I have already completed half the game recorded. I just got to add commentary. Those will come up slowly, and try to knock as many of them as I can. Now this fight here, if you go straight ahead where the double wall is, you can actually skip this fight. But just like I mentioned at the beginning of the game, I'm not going to be skipping any fights. I'm going to do all the fights because every fight counts, and every fight gives you more points. So I'm not going to skip it. Plus, it gives you a chance to see how I deal with enemies, and just more of my skill, I guess. I mean, the more you fight, the better you get. Just look at it that way. Even though this game has a lot of bullshit. Now here, I got really pissed off because that guy double stunned me, and that stupid noob grabbed me. But the noob will get his payback. I'll get my payback on him, so nothing to worry about. Again, always aim on these guys. Get them out of the way. Now double wind path, knock that guy out. Most of the time, the berets, they usually spawn pretty close to you, which is kind of awkward. But I'm not gonna complain. Now, be aware, the berets, they can actually jump off the wall and grab you like that. And that's something I should have paid attention to. But here I have no health, so I was like, might as well use my Nimpo. Get my health back. I really didn't want to use the Nimpo here because I wanted to try to chain as much as I can. Now here's one thing that really annoys me about this game, and it also had the same thing with Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Usually the annoying, weaker enemies, they tend to hide behind someone. And Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, they were the rockets. Now if you played one of the team missions, Master 4, which is one of the bunch of missions I usually play, you'll notice on one of the waves, there's I believe it's the third wave on that mission, and the rocket launcher guys, they tend to hide behind another enemy, and the enemy's called a Gaja. Yeah, and it gets really annoying because you really can't kill him unless you get close. Okay, now just get out of my face. Alright, chain. Now, during the course of some of these videos, and it's totally unfair, like, I kill a bunch of enemies and I don't even get the points for them. But I guess it is what it is. And here, I mean, I'm gonna use my ultimate technique. That wall jump was just, it was just funny. I didn't even want to do that. I was trying to do a wind run to lead to a wind path, but that's what ended up happening. Now this is what I was talking about, launch the Zuna drop. You're not going to get your 300 points. Because it works differently. Multiplayer and single player have a lot of aspects that are totally different. Now here, I did something wrong. I should have actually finished those two guys off, then killed these. I mean, you're gonna see me also, like, I'm gonna get hit a lot just because the game doesn't recognize what I want to do. Also, something you probably noticed me doing a lot, and it's shuriken canceling. This is a method that's pretty advanced, but what it pretty much does is, and it only works with certain attacks, you can cancel. When you do a steel on bone like this, you are using shuriken canceling. What shuriken canceling does is you do the animation, but you cancel out of it in time to recover really quickly. Now here, see, I obliterated him, but I never got the points for it. Yeah, the wave ended, but I still did it. I should have got my 300. But yeah, about shuriken canceling. Learn to use it. You'll see me use it a lot. And I believe the Dragon Sword is actually the only weapon you can actually use shuriken canceling as far as from an obliteration. And also what it does, and I get in the habit of doing this, I'll probably talk about this a lot later in the guide, but when you fight Cliff at the end. But I'm just gonna go over it a little bit. It's pretty much when you throw a shuriken, he targets an enemy, and usually the closest one. And then if you hit R1 to center the camera, it'll help you keep an eye on that guy. Now this is where I chain a lot of enemies. I'm gonna finish that guy off and take out the rocket launcher guys. I think there's like 3 of them. 1, 2. There should be one more guy to the left, I believe. Yeah. Okay, now here, highly advise take your scythe. I mean, if you take any other weapon, I mean, a dragon sword's fine, but you have this many enemies at you, you might as well just use a scythe. Now here's that same combo. Just chain it, baby. That's it. I mean, just look at that. The points meter just keep going up and up and up. And the funny thing is, when you fight the ninjas, the ninja enemies, they act a lot different. They're still aggressive even while you're chaining, but these guys, the humans, they're so stupid. And here I lost a lot of points for doing that, but what I was saying again, the humans, they just stand there, look pretty, and then they want you to finish them off. I mean, that's really it. I lost a lot of points there because the obliteration hit all those guys, which I could have used a few more of them. Here I hit triangle accidentally. Now see the difference? See how I stabbed them from the back? Yeah, it did a different obliteration. If only those sandbags weren't there, I would have got those. But whatever. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, just pretty much be careful. Yeah, scythe's your friend. Learn to use it, learn to abuse it, learn to master it. I mean, it's really not hard. Yes, it's slow, but slow and strong come together pretty well. Now, save your ultimate technique. I wouldn't advise you using it, and actually a guy's here gonna glitch. He'll be stupid, he'll be running into a sandbag, and like this guy, yeah, the one under him. But yeah, save your ultimate technique, and I actually did what I didn't do what I intended to do with the ultimate technique, but I'll tell you what to do. And I can't believe I didn't do it, because it's pretty common sense. That message right there, ignore it, that's spam mail. Like literally, who sends you an invite, a random invite that makes no sense to Ninja Trial, and you're not even on your friends list? I mean, assuming I was offline and he sent that, he'd be waiting in the lobby like an idiot. But anyway, back to the game itself. Now here, I actually jump and do an on-landing charge for the ultimate technique. Don't do that. For 2 reasons. 1, you'll knock off a lot of dogs. 2, you'll get a lot of chain combo by killing them. Now, kill the 2 rocket launchers first, and then do this. And then gather them up, run away, and then do a line landing. And then do the charge for the ultimate technique. But if you do end up screwing up or doing the stupid thing like I did, just pretty much do the on-landing, spam the on-landing 360 triangle or Y with the scythe. It'll knock them out really quickly. Now there's a special tip I'll be giving probably maybe another 10-15 minutes about the bow, but I'll give that when it's needed. But here, I'd probably say save right here and then take out your dragon sword, because that's the best weapon right now. Now, every situation, like I said before in the day 1, I'm not going to be using the claws much. They'll probably mainly be used for the Alchemist. Now here, when you start, don't move up. Just stay where you are. Wait a little bit. I actually shot too early, but wait a little bit, and then he's gonna auto target the bows. I mean the rocket launcher guys. So that should knock them out. And I know I've seen people do this, but don't do this. don't move up. You move up, you spawn all the other enemies. And you might as well just take care of these guys, since there's not many of them, and then slowly move up like I'll show you in a little bit. I mean, just look how powerful the steel on bone is. I mean, you might as well just abuse it like I am. You kill your enemies really quickly, and you get more points. Okay, now just move up to there, make that guy spawn. Here, if you're going for points, do what I do. If you're not, then just as soon drop them or do the wind path into flying swallow. I mean, you just don't know how good that feels. Yeah, if you want to try it, go for it. I mean, it's a great feeling. It's actually like comeback, payback, more like payback for them. There's another one here, and there's actually one more that spawns later. I'm gonna do the same thing for all three. This is revenge for all the time they kicked my ass. Now, at the end right here, one guy's gonna spawn, but there's gonna be two noobs. I didn't realize they spawn, but I'll use them for source, I guess. Now here, technically, I should have done an Asuna drop, but again, my greed for points, I did the ending with a square or X. Now, you probably already noticed the beret guy got he got hit during my obliteration, so he stopped. Okay, now pretty much pull out your claws, get ready for the Alchemist. Pretty easy fight, nothing to worry about. Especially since you have these weapons, I mean, you really don't have much of an excuse to say this is a hard fight. As soon as you fight them a few times, you learn them. They're really easy. But just again, I'm gonna go over the combo again for both Xbox, for PS3 and Xbox. Now you're gonna notice me before I go into it, since this is a pretty semi-lengthy fight. You notice me, I do that on landing thing from Asuna drop a lot. It's just a habit I got used to, and I tend to like that because it knocks them out quickly. So I just get used to doing it. It's like second nature for me. Now you're gonna see me do it again. I think not here. Yeah, right there. Okay, so the combo again, and I always recommend do a wind path, and if not, then not done. So it's your call. You hit triangle to stun them. Once they're stunned, they're gonna get on the ground, and then they're gonna try to get up. But you wait just a little bit, and then you hit forward triangle, square, square, triangle. And if you're on Xbox, the same thing. Hit Y to stun, and then wait for them just a little bit, and then hit forward Y, X, X, Y. Instant Asuna drop. Okay, this guy's dead, and now just the leader, I guess. Just toy around with him. No steel on bone this time, but look how sad this is. I mean, you can just literally spam this. Feel free to do this if you're bored. And he's the last guy. Okay, I mean, roughly the funnest part of the day is over, which is kind of sad, but oh well. This ambush inside is not really fun. There's a save point right here. I actually missed this the first time I went through Master Ninja, and I don't like how they did the save point as the bird. I would prefer the dragon statue like the previous game. At least that's seeable. Now, a lot of people have problems with this fight, the one by the Jukebox. But it's honestly not too bad. They are the same enemies. You fought them before. You just got to use what you fought them with, and that's really it. I mean, I'm not going to be using an Impo here, the first wave, or the second wave, I believe. None of them. But it's just to show a few more things you could do. The more you fight, like I said before, the more you fight, the better you get. I'm going to be using both the Dragon Sword and the Scythe here. So, Dragon Sword, and the reason I recommend a Dragon Sword when beret guys are here, it kills them better. It's not like the claws. The flying swallow for the claws is actually pretty horrible. But the Dragon Sword one is pretty good. Now here's going to be a guy. I'm ready to dodge. And stupid, I mean, I wanted to get the other guy, but it got this one. Now, I tend to do this sometimes. I get greedy and just start killing them. I technically should be going after the rocket launcher guys. But sometimes I don't. Just preference. Just do what you think is right. Sometimes I take out a few guys and then do it. And again, finish obliteration. I throw shuriken sometimes. Again, about the claws with the flying swallow, it's not good because it throws them. When you use the Dragon Sword, and yeah, there again, I got hit because it didn't want to do wind path. The claws, they tend to throw the enemy. And I see how the Dragon Sword puts them right next to you. Just take these guys out the same way. And here I thought I'd say I'd back off and just kill a few of them. And if you have a good amount of enemies and they're gathered up, just use your Scythe technique. I mean Scythe ultimate technique. Now here I still wasn't aware of the points. But yeah, don't do that. Only do that if you're playing it on multiplayer. Just if you haven't played through the game, but technically you should have for at least hard, unless you bought the Ultimate Ninja pack, which unlocks Master Ninja. But once you kill all these enemies in the garage, the left garage opens. That's a checkpoint. So once you kill these guys, I mean, you'd normally probably use your Nempo just about now, but I felt a little confident in my skill to keep going. Now you'll notice something about these armored thugs. They are so, not to mention just annoying, but they rush you so much. And there goes the on-landing obliteration. That's a risky again, but whatever. Now I'm running out of health. Might as well use my ultimate technique. Again, these armored thugs, just using on landing. You're probably wondering why I'm throwing my shuriken. What shuriken does is it kind of magnets you to them. So when you do the on landing, it'll be pretty close. And here I throw shuriken one. Just get into the habit of doing it. It's really good and it saves you a lot. Now look at the timing. I managed to get both of them. That guy came running just when I did Steel on Bone, so I was able to chain it. Now the boss in this level is probably one of the stupidest bosses you'll fight in the game, along with the old fart in Day 7, and I'll get started on the asshole when I get there. And you'll probably understand why I call him that, because he's one of the bosses that pisses me off the most. not because he's hard. He's one of those cheap bosses that's just stupid and pointless. Chain, pretty much repeat. Now again, just what I talked about earlier. Depending on where you use the obliteration, he's going to do a different obliteration. Recommendation as far as scythe goes: try to get him from the back, because it's quicker and it won't hit much as far as area. Now, also with the scythe, when you know how he does 2 spins for the attack, for the steel on bone. If there's an armored thug with a shield, you can actually do that attack, and then he'll do the first swing to knock off the shield. The second swing is to steel on bone connect, which is pretty cool. So just keep that in mind. Now here I was aiming because I know there's a guy that spawns right there. Stupid you can't obliterate him, even though I technically should have, but whatever. Okay, now comes the helicopter, and something very important, and you'll see in a little bit, as far as the bow goes. This is what I was going to talk to you about the bow. When you fight the helicopter, you'll see it has those rocket slots on both sides of the wings. If you jump, aim, or you don't even have to jump, but if you aim to the rocket packs and hit them specifically on them, you see how it destroyed it. And once you destroy it, it's pretty much a helicopter without no rockets. It'll save you a lot of frustration, a lot of annoyance. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna fight it one more time before you get to the most hated part in this level, which is the monorail, the part after the monorail. Everyone hates that part because it's a small area. You got a lot of rocket launcher guys, and the game slows down a lot, and you'll see when we get there in a little bit. Now, as far as when to jump, when to shoot, he usually shoots a bunch of rockets and then he stops, giving you some time to shoot. Whether be it the rockets or the core itself. Like, see how I did it like that? There you go. Okay, so that helicopter's done. Now, something to note here, and don't get freaked out. If you come out of this and you have like no health, like probably half or 1/4 of what I have, and you know how this guy comes out here, and if you die, the game is at least generous enough not to let you start from the next early checkpoint. What it does is it starts you from after you killed the second helicopter, and then you'll get the game will give you more health, enough to survive this, so you can shake them off and then get to the save. So that's just one tip to keep in mind. Okay, this is a boring part, nothing really interesting. Just try to get through this real quickly. And I do a few things here that's stupid because the game thought otherwise when I inputted specific things. Okay, so the first guy comes in, flying swallow, right away. Now I'm gonna kill all these enemies, and most of them the game won't even give me any points for. Now you're gonna see something I do here, and I'd only advise you to do this on day 2. Day 3 onwards, don't bother because your bow is stronger. Now if you aim for these jetpack guys, you aim for their fuel tank, it actually destroys them instantly. So it's like a one-shot kill, like that. That's something very important to use because, especially later when you fight the helicopter or the big huge plane, the boss at the end, You're gonna have a few of these guys spawn. I think maybe six, 7, or 8. Now, I literally aimed at it. I don't know why it didn't work. Now here I try to dodge left, but it honestly made me go forward for some stupid reason. So I'm like, here's, have fun with that. Now he pissed me off and steal on bone, but I don't get the points for that. I only get the points for the obliteration. So I'm like, what the hell? Same tactic, blow him up instantly. Why waste your time shooting 3 shots at him when you can blow him up instantly? Kind of like the same tactic with the motorbikes. Now here, I didn't realize there's actually a wall in front of me, so that's, I believe there's a wall in front of me, I'm not sure. That's it, I mean, just use that. Now, like I said earlier, day 3 onwards, don't use this tactic because it's pointless, because your bow has an explosive with it when you shoot it. So it's kind of pointless to aim. It'll blow them up. And also it'll make destroying the rockets a lot easier from the helicopter, because it has an explosive attached to the shot. Okay, once you kill a bunch of those guys and then the 2 helicopters, you should be getting ready to get to the worst part of the level. And to be honest, one of the most frustrating parts, I mean, I've died once here, but like I said, once you play the game a few times, you pretty much, I don't know if I say bond with it, but I guess you learn it better. Now here I'm just standing still because I was trying to make a different video file, because just in case I die so much, it won't get too big. Okay, so right off the bat, pretty much you play keep away. You try to play keep away, and then you try to take out the rocket launcher guys. Try to take them out first. Yes, I'm gonna probably kill this guy right here, because I'm greedy sometimes like that. Yeah. When they're close, I tend to go for the kill. And another thing, when you're doing the wind path, you're invincible. You won't get hit. So just something to keep in mind. I believe there's 10 of these rocket guys. Not 100% sure, because I end up using a Nimpo because of some bullshit. And guess from who? The beret guys. I think right here I get hit. That move, yeah. Now here I actually get lucky with this jump. I honestly thought I was gonna get a noob, but I somehow got this guy. Now you see how they're all gathered up like this? I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to like keep away and I guess follow the leader pretty much. Have them come after me. This was risky, the Zuna drop. I probably shouldn't have done it because I could have probably got hit out of the air. Now I'm gonna take my scythe, lead them to the other side, and I'm just gonna shoot my scythe wave at them. The ultimate technique. That's it. I mean, make sure to use that to your advantage. I mean, it's very good. There he goes again. You'll learn why I hate these guys. It's mainly for stuff like that. And they're kunai. I mean, don't even get me started with that. Now here I was debating, should I go kill the other guy? And normally I wouldn't kill a noob like that because you can use them for so much more, say Steel and Bone. I mean, I was trying to do a no nimpo for this area, but I guess it's not gonna happen because of these assholes. Now here I'm gonna switch to my scythe. I'm like, I gotta get some Steel and Bones, and try to like separate them. So then I can have one guy solo, and I can use him as a source. There you go again, the Scythe Wave. I got lucky with that because the moment I slid to start the Steel on Bone, he already slid, so he passed me. And you see how he blocked it. Be careful with that, because sometimes they block it. Luckily I broke his guard. And was able to do it. I mean, other than this fight right here, day 2 is actually rather easy. There's nothing really hard about it. The boss is just stupidly annoying. That's it. I mean, any boss you have to kill with a projectile is pretty lame, and honestly not even worth fighting. Now, as far as the days that come after this, I'll probably throw out, for those of you, because I know some of you just want to get through it just to get your trophy or achievement, and some might want to do karma, but before I talk about that, let me show you something here. This is what I was talking about, the bird earlier. You can skip it, do the fight, because I know there's like 4 guys here, 3-4 guys here. You can kill them and then come back and save, so in case you took damage, you'll have full health. Same tactic. But I never get any points, and it makes logically no sense. The only points I get is from this guy for some stupid reason. I didn't really do anything different. Okay, so now I save. I didn't take any damage, but just in case, because the next fight's pretty much the end. You fight a helicopter and then the boss. But yeah. Anyway, the future days that are coming, like day 3 onwards. If there's a fight that you can skip or so, and if I'm aware of it, I'll let you know in case you need you don't want to fight it, you just want to get through it. Because I know the first time I went through, I was like, screw it, I just want my trophy, and that's it. But as I got to know the game a little bit better, I learned to play it a lot better, more professionally, and but that's bullshit right there. I mean, you get hit right away, you can't do nothing. But yeah, I mean, the more you play it, the better you get. Obviously, just like it always goes, practice makes perfect. Now in Master Ninja, you only fight one of these rockets. In Ultimate, I believe you fight 2, maybe 3. But yeah, I mean, just do what we used to do here. Knock out the rocket packs if you want to. And here I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna shoot this, because I could see the top where the blades are. I could see it was getting on fire. So I was like, probably a couple more hits and it'll blow up. And I mean, that should really do it. There's not really too much more to talk about here. Just finish this lame boss off, and then on to days 3. Now, once it starts, get ready to dodge like how I did, because it'll dash at you, and if you don't dodge, you're gonna get hit. I got lucky there, because I came out of the air and I would have got hit, but I got pretty lucky there. Also, I would make sure for this fight, highly advise you to use your scythe. I mean, you're not going to be using it like say physically, but you can use it's on landing, and I'll get into that a little bit later when I actually start to use that. Okay, so you break one side. Now here I was trying something. I was trying to see if you can actually just spam the on landing. But just pretty much play keep away until it's time to hit it. And after two times of hitting the machine, you'll break it. I mean, like 2 times as far, I mean, meaning like 2 pauses. like after it shoots, and then you fly to the next platform. Now I do die. Now this is on landing right here. Be aware the hitbox on those explosives are so gay. It's ridiculous. And this is why I say use it on landing, because you'll be protected when you do it. And like I said, see how I got protected? I technically would have been hit if I didn't use that. And sometimes you'll be out of its range where it would hit you, but it'll hit you. It'll still hit you, which makes no sense. The right side, left side technically, but whatever. And rinse, repeat. I mean, if you learn to master the scythe and its range and its power, you should be very good to go as far as the remainder of the game. It's not that hard to use. Just takes a little while to get used to. Now here, this part, when it before it shoots, dodge twice to the right or left, whichever side you're on, the opposite side, and you'll avoid it every single time. Now here, this part, you use the same tactic, but it's a little bit harder to aim because it's shaky. But there should be only 2 of these guys. And on to the last platform. Okay, so this is where I died. Again, be aware, because the boss itself is shooting rockets at you, and you got to take these guys out really quickly. So it's best to take them out with the way I told you. Shoot their fuel tank. So that's probably like what, 5 or 6 person I've killed. And the game does a good job of targeting stuff you shouldn't be hitting yet. I'll talk about that a little bit more on day 3, especially when you get inside the base. About halfway through. Now here, on landing, if you need to. If you're stuck in a bad situation and you think you're not gonna make it, just do the on landing, just for security. That way at least you won't get hit. And I'm gonna do it here probably, yeah. Something to make the fight a lot easier, because when I did this run the first time through on Master Ninja, I only had the dragon sword, so I had to dodge or I was gone. Yeah, I mean, just rinse, repeat. It's stupid because you can't hit the cockpit, but he still targets it for some odd reason. So I'm thinking it's probably a few hits you gotta hit the side parts, and that's it. Once you destroy both of those, you're pretty much game over. You're done. But yeah, he'll target it for some odd reason, and then she'll tell you not to hit it. That's it. I mean, once that's done, you're pretty much done with the day. I mean, the day is pretty easy. It's just a little here and there, and that's it. The only fight that's hard is really the one after the monorail, but with the tips I throw, you should be fine. Mainly use your scythe UT, but that's it. If this video helped you, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more. This is Cage, and we'll see you in day 3. And there's my score. I'll be showing it at the end of every day.